A new report from the New York Times says Trump threatened Garland before his announcement on making the search warrant public. Yes, Trump sent to Garland through an intermediary that had access to the Justice Department that he wanted Garland to know that the country is on fire. And what could Trump do to reduce the heat? Trump didn't want to reduce the heat. Trump was threatening the Attorney General, the weak Attorney General, that after Trump signed a statement saying there was no more classified information, lied on the statement, which should be enough to get most people put in prison. But it doesn't, because Garland is bending over backwards for Republicans. If you remember, it was reported that Garland said very seriously and kind of kiddish delusion that he doesn't want to prosecute those that attack the United States Capitol too harshly because it might radicalize them. Just chew on that for him. Garland doesn't want to stop those that attack the United States Capitol and try to overthrow America, because then they might get radicalized. How'd it work? Well, we just had another Republican attack an FBI office and try to kill FBI agents because Trump said so. Maybe if they were all prosecuted for the death of the cops and the rioters because they committed a felony and deaths occurred, tack all those deaths on, maybe then Republicans will get the point that they're not allowed to break the law. So what does Trump do after all this? Does he go on to lower the anger in the nation, start to tell the truth? Because he asks Garland what he can do? No. Twitler goes on to truth this: there is no way to justify the unannounced raid of Mar-a-Lago, the home of the 45th President of the United States, who got more votes by far than any sitting president in the history of our country, by a very large number of gun-toting FBI agents and the Department of Justice. But in the interest of transparency, I call for the immediate release and complete unredacted affidavit pertaining to this horrible and shocking break-in. Also, the judge on this case should recuse. Why does he want the affidavit? Very specifically, he wants to know who in his circle is not being completely loyal to him. It's not that he actually cares, because the Republicans are not going to believe anything that the Justice Department puts out. Trump will lie once again, put FBI and cops and our elected officials once again in the crosshairs of his rabid mob. But he will be able to find out who is providing evidence on him and help shut down the investigation of him. Even though Garland is weak and refusing to do his job, we should also take note that Trump is actually scared. He's running like a coward, trying desperately to avoid conviction in one of his half a dozen criminal investigations into him. And that might be all that we ever get. Alright, now if you like those videos, help me make more. Like, subscribe down below, or you can go to my Patreon page and help support us. Or if you really want to help stop global warming, down below there's a power pipe that could end global warming in the next decade.